Let's start with maybe you want to share, I guess, a bit about how you got the listing and the story behind it, and even how you sold it, right? Like, got multiple offers and
for sure. Yeah, for sure. So this house was originally listed by the owner. It was a for sale by owner. My parents live around the corner, so my mom actually sent me a picture of it, and she was like, "You should go check it out." And so I did. I went over here, and there's been some good comparable sales in the area. And so I just went over here and started talking with the owner, kind of provided a comparative market analysis for him, kind of to get his price in a little bit more with what was going on in today's market. We talked a little bit, and he had it on the market for about a month, just trying to sell it himself. And then I took it over. We put it on the market for like 5 days. We had competing offers. I got an accepted offer for over asking. And then, it was great. And it ended up working out that it was actually sold to one of Koukun's buyers.
Yeah.
And it worked out really well. So
awesome. Yeah, why don't we take a quick look around? So this is a typical 1,100 square foot bungalow.
1,100 square feet, yeah.
Beautiful lot, right? It's on like a, 50, 60 foot lot?
I think it's 55 by 110 or something like that,
So it's awesome lot. We're on First Avenue, so this is really close to Niagara College, just up the street. So really, really nice part of Welland. Mm-hmm. On a semi-busy street, but typically if it's a one-lane road, I'm not as worried about that. So still a very good neighborhood. You have parking on the main street, you have a long driveway, and he's likely going to try to widen it a little bit to give side by side. So yeah, it should be a really nice one. So my buyer bought this home. We didn't actually know each other before we did this deal. So this is how we met. But yeah, so my buyer is planning on converting the basement into a basement suite, and we're going to convert it into a legal duplex. So yeah, why don't we walk around? So the goal was to try to keep as much of the existing upstairs as possible. So he's going to redo the bathroom. That's the only part of this upper unit that really needs some work. The kitchen, it's a little bit older, but it's in fairly good shape. So we're going to try to save it as it is, and just try to rent it out without doing too much. Close that off. I think that may become the laundry for the upper unit. So anyways, he already has drawings done. He's getting contractors to quote him out. You got a little hallway here. You got the 3 bedrooms, and then you have this washroom here. So you can see the washroom, it does need some work. The tub surround, you can see there's mold in between the tiles there, and it's looking a little bit rougher, right? So updating this bathroom will really up the appeal of this unit. The tenant who was living here took the...
I guess it was their shower head.
It was their shower head.
It was their shower head, so they took it.
Otherwise we have this nice vinyl roll throughout most of the unit. Some carpet in the living and in the bedrooms. He may replace the carpet, but either now or maybe in a couple of years. So
yeah, the carpet's in decent shape for now, but obviously.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the upstairs. So he's going to try to rent it, I think, somewhere between 1,700 to 1,900. So that's going to be the goal shortly after closing, separating it out. Why don't we take a look at the basement? So this is the side entry that we're coming down into the basement. So this will be the main entry for the unit. The unique thing about this apartment is they already have a kitchen and a bathroom, but unfortunately, just the way things are laid out, we're going to have to move the kitchen from there outside into this sort of common space. Even the bathroom is going to be reworked to save some space and create a bigger bedroom. So it's going to be a very spacious 2-bedroom apartment once it's all said and done. However, because of the spaciousness, even though he has quite a few windows everywhere, most of these will need to be enlarged. Just because even for the bedrooms, they have a 2.5 square feet light requirement, but the bedrooms are too big. So he's going to have to cut them over. So some of these he's going to just try to keep it, I believe grade is somewhere here. So he's going to look at his options, whether he can just cut and have it fully above grade, or he may have to just go all out and make a window well. So that's going to be a bigger cost for him, because from my last conversation with him, he may have had to do it for around 4 of the windows. So that can kind of add up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise nice big open space. We got these wood panel walls that are all coming out. We have the bedroom. So this was one of the interesting things actually. This space here, it turned out that this is just a partition wall. It's not really doing anything. It's just there. We thought this would be like a cold cellar where this would be a concrete wall, but it turned out to be just framing. So what we're going to be able to do is just take this wall right out, open up this space so that the living space, or sorry, this bedroom is bigger, which is great because the furnace and the hot water tank are already there. So he's going to close that off into a furnace room. But if we had to just work with this space, it would be kind of a tight bedroom. But by opening this right up, he'll be able to have the furnace room, a door into there, a door into the washroom, and still a decent-sized bedroom. So kind of worked out. Furnace is pretty old, same as with the AC, but either way, it's going to be a good project. And right now, some of the more recent refinances that have come through for these legal duplexes, one of my clients got $570,000 as a refi. And for context,
it was in this area of Welland as well, correct?
Well, it was in an inferior area.
Oh,
it was on the east side, right? So this neighborhood, my hope is that he should get better numbers because there's nicer homes in this neighborhood. But similar style of home. Bungalow, 2-bedroom basement apartment, and a legal duplex. So hopefully if he can get that, I don't know if he'll get any more than that because that was pretty up there.
Top end, yeah.
But still some very good numbers because he bought this place. What was it? 425.
We after the inspection we negotiated down to 425.
Yeah. So
and then what's his rental cost going to be on this? Approximate.
I think his last quote was around 65,000.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So 65,000. So he's going to be in it for, what is it, 490-ish? And then if he can refinance at 570, then
that's huge.
It's amazing, right? Great numbers. So yeah, so we take possession on Monday, so tomorrow. And, yeah, and then he's going to get the ball rolling, and hopefully 2-3 months later, we'll see. If things go to plan by the end of the year, we're getting pretty tight. Maybe by January, I think he should have this more or less done. The funniest part about this deal, though, we didn't actually see the home before we put the offer.
That's true. Actually, we had a lot of people come through this home, and there was a lot of offers coming in, or like people saying there might be some offers coming in. And then Koukun gave me a call. He's like, "Yeah, we're interested. We're gonna be putting in an offer." And I'm like, "Did you not go through the home?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you canceled your showing." And he's like, "Yeah, we did, but from what we saw, we liked it enough that I think we're going to go in." And I mean, it is like I kind of marketed in that way because even before our relationship, I was still investment focused, and I knew that the property would be a very good kind of duplexable property. And then obviously they took a drive-by, found out that it was, and one thing led to another, right? So
yeah, and the funny part is when we came through for our inspection, we're like, whoa, this is actually better than what we expected. Like, ceiling height's good, the space is great, the lot is great, like everything about it like met our expectation, which was great. Right, so things really worked out. I don't really usually recommend doing that just because it's, if you find out the home's not what you wanted it to be, then you just put all that work and you frustrated the seller on the other side. So it's not ideal.
And the seller's agent. But
and the seller's agent, yeah.
But this time it worked out, so it was all good.
It worked out. Yeah, this deal was tough on the financing, though. We had to go to like 3 different lenders to...
You want to elaborate as to why that might have been? Was that because of the investor, because of the property, or...?
The property was fine. No, it was just the investor's situation. So they had got a job out of country. And they were still Canadian citizens, right? They were still in the same company that they were working in Canada, but they just got transferred. As soon as they got transferred, though, most banks were just, no, we don't want to touch it. Foreign income, right? So they don't want to touch it. So the few mortgage brokers we went to just declined it. But then luckily I had a contact at RBC, so directly through the bank, and he said that they had a program that they could get it approved, and
awesome.
It worked out.
Are you guys? Are you keeping the fireplace? Is that anything that's?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna just keep the fireplace as part of the. So.
I think you want to maybe go through the layout, kind of.
I think the current plan is kitchen along this corner, 2 bedrooms on this side, and then just open living space. One of these windows is going to be made into an egress window. We're going to rip up the carpet, put in nice vinyl plank flooring. We may have to actually open this up a little bit.
I think you would.
Just for the ceiling height, so we'll see. This is more if the city asks us to. It's not ideally something we want to do, but
at the same time, it's not like it's not a tremendous amount of work either.
Hopefully not, right? Hopefully not.
Yeah, we did it in our place, and it wasn't the project I have going on right now. And you just add a couple 2x8s and some backing, and it wasn't too much of a big deal.
Is there a reason why you always want to put vinyl planking?
Yeah, so especially in a basement, vinyl plank is a little bit more water resistant. So it's great for tenants, and it's also great for basements. So tenants being, it's a more durable flooring product. It doesn't get scratched as easily. You spill water, you have pets, right? It withstands that for quite a bit longer than.
They usually have usually vinyl plank flooring, depending on where you get it, usually has like a lifetime residential or like a 20 to 30 year commercial warranty on it.
Yeah.
So as opposed to like using like laminate flooring or carpet or something like that, you put it in once and it's going to be there for pretty much exactly. You don't have to
so you pay a little
about
bit more for the material typically. Labor is the same, right?
It's very easy actually to install.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it just lasts way longer, and especially in a basement, if there's any kind of water leak, especially it's more valuable because there's either moisture coming through the concrete or just through a water leak. I've heard of some cases where they've had a flood in the basement. They drained the water, left it to dry, and they were able to keep the flooring. But I don't know if I'd recommend that, but
it works, right?
So, yeah. But so vinyl flooring, new kitchen, save the fireplace. Is that a wood burning fireplace?
It is.
So probably seal it off. Maybe on one of my other clients' projects, they painted the brick, painted it white, so that it gives it a little bit more of a fresh look.
Yeah.
Definitely remove these wood. What is it? Wood siding? What do you call these?
Paneling and the wainscoting. Yeah.
These were the thing back in some day, but it's been decades since they were installed.
But they're in great shape, and
oh boy, yeah, definitely get rid of them. But actually, some of the wood trim is not bad. Actually,
it's all in very good shape. And you don't usually see a nice wood staircase like that coming down the into the basement.
Yeah, this was a shame. We tried to figure out a way to work around this, but we have a kitchen here, we have plumbing here, electrical for the stove. If we could have just even saved the location and redid the kitchen, it would have been perfect. But it was really tough to get a good layout if the kitchen's here. To make another bedroom out of the living space, it didn't quite flow. So yeah, kitchen's moving out of here. We're gonna cap all the plumbing. Even the laundry's everything's gonna come out of here. It's just gonna be one big bedroom. So.
In terms of cost, the fact that you had to rework the kitchen to make a better space, was that was that adding a lot of upfront cost to kind of get a better return in the long run, or was it really not too much of a difference there in terms of the basement renovation cost?
It was a big difference because we have to break the concrete, redo the plumbing, so it added quite. I think my client's budget when he initially looked at the project was 40 grand. And not only this, but this was one of the reasons that it went up to 65. But I think 40 was on the lower end anyways for a full conversion. But yeah, definitely it adds a lot of cost. In terms of the return, so the challenge is with the kitchen here, we can't get a great layout, which more or less means we can't get the best rent. It's always going to be a bit of a hindrance. So by moving the kitchen, we get the best layout, the best space, the nice 2-bedroom. We'll get a great tenant, great rents, and we'll also get tenants that want to stick around for a little bit longer.
You'll probably have less headaches in the future, right?
Yeah.
But oftentimes, when you're going through a renovation like this, it sometimes can be easy to gravitate to the less expensive alternative.
Yeah.
But if you're, these people are obviously, they're buy and hold investors, they're planning to keep the property for a long time. Sometimes by putting out that little bit extra in the beginning, you're going to have a lot less headaches going forward. If you're going to keep the property for a long time, it can really make sense to put that extra outlay in the beginning so that you can, longer down the road, it's a lot better for you.
Especially in a case like this, we know we're getting our money out, right? We know that the value is going to go up by converting it into a legal duplex. So, you know, it's okay to spend a little bit more to make it into a really nice quality property, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
this fan, was it always going, or
I have no idea, man.
this seems
Yeah, it was.
this seems like a safety hazard.
Yeah, especially for a tall guy like you or me, yeah. That'll knock you out in a hurry. That's
A
funny.
fan in a basement is probably one of the worst ideas ever.
Does this get it off?
Yeah.
There you go.